Hi, Sagittarius. Welcome to your August reading for the 13th to the 31st. Oh, I'm trying to get these month ahead readings out, but time just goes, and it's been so hot lately that it's a struggle to record during the day. But here we are. So that's why I'm going live, because y'all can get y'all's messages as quickly as possible. I don't have to spend lots of time editing, and everybody is a winner. I hope that you're well, my loves. If you're new, I am Simone, the Moon Goddess. Here's your Sagittarius. Your Sagittarius August reading. Spirit guys, connect me to Sagittarius. What's the energy? What's the messages? What do they need to know from the 13th to the 31st of August, 2026? May all messages be for the highest good of all involved, with harm to none. Okay. What's the messages for Sagittarius, spirit guides? That's 3 cards. Okay. Let's go with it. They came out. Let's go with it. We have the Tower, the 4 of Staffs, and the 10 of Staffs. Big changes when it comes to your connections or something that you might be working on. Okay, so it feels as if there's a need to prioritize here. All right, if you have been holding back in some way, especially with the eclipse that we had yesterday. So today is the day after the eclipse in Leo, all this fire energy that I'm seeing here. So it asks us, the eclipse would have reminded us, because this is not new information, right? This is feelings and experiences and things that you've been mulling over for months now, and the eclipse will come and you can't hide from it. You can't deny it any longer, right? So the Tower being your first card, this is really about big changes coming in for you. And it could be connected to your partnerships, your connections, something that you've been working on completing. Things feel heavy. And it could be because you are in a place where you need to prioritize. Notice how the man is holding, he has 10 staffs, but one of them is front row and center, right? And perhaps some of your relationships you're being called to look at some of your relationships and paying attention. You might need to pay more attention. You have a Queen of Swords here underneath your Tower, so somebody had something to say, or they have something to say. You're no longer holding your tongue. There's this, whatever's falling down, or whatever you've ended, or whatever is calling to be ended, is based on your wisdom. You have gained wisdom up to this point and you're implementing it. So wherever you've been holding your tongue in some way, enough is enough. Let's see, bottom of the deck is the High Priestess. So it was, as I was saying, whatever is being highlighted by this eclipse, especially, isn't anything new. You've felt this energy for a long time, and the eclipse is only it's like the tipping point. Eclipses come in and change things, right? Eclipses come in and end things. It's like chaotic energy. It feels chaotic, but a lot of the themes that come up to the surface are things that you've been thinking about working through for ages, and now it's like enough is enough. 10 of Staffs, the High Priestess, you feel something. There's something bubbling up under the surface. You realize how you need to drop some of the weight. I'm getting so many chills on my arms. Drop some of the weight. You carrying burdens that are not yours. You holding back yourself in some way. You making yourself small. You're trying to fit into people's boxes. Queen of Swords says no. Your intuition says no. All right, let's see what's going on at the heart of all of this. Let's see, 3 of Coins. So very much 3 of Coins, 4 of Coins, and the 5 of Cups. So it's very much, for some of y'all, is work. For some of y'all, is relationships, romantic or otherwise. Okay, romantic or otherwise. Again, holding on to things that no longer serve. Maybe it's even resentments, because I see with this 5 of Cups, you are literally standing in front of two standing cups. You're kneeling and gripping to two standing cups. So it's like what you really mourn is lost here, but you still mourning even though there's something to hold on to. It's like not being able to see the forest from the trees. All right. So people could be holding themselves back in some way. An overall need to ground. That was one of the cards that I saw when I was shuffling for y'all off camera, that you could need some level of grounding. So you have the Queen of Swords, the Three of Coins, and the High Priestess. So you feel as if there is a need to change when it comes to your work, your partnerships, your collaborations, who you seek mentorship with, who you allow to come to you for mentorship, because it works both ways. There is some kind of refinement happening with those that you build with, Sagittarius. All right, let's see what's going on with the Tower. I'm curious to see what's going on with the Tower. Tower, your first card, that's a very big energy. That's big changes. Let's see what's going on with the Tower for Sagittarius, Spirit guides. Somebody's not taking foolishness anymore. This is a message for Sagittarius. What's going on with the Tower card here? All right, transformation, death. So you got the Tower and the Death card. So know that whatever is falling away is not because you're being punished. You got a Ten of Cups here at the bottom of the deck. It's leading you to something beautiful. It's leading you to something that actually matches your energy. What you give is what you get, and vice versa, right? So to have the Tower here and the Death card is like a reminder from Spirit that you're not being punished. You moving into a whole new level, a whole new world for you. You elevating. From death comes life. So that's a beautiful thing. And you said what you said. And I love that for you. All right, let's see what's your word of advice. What's your word of advice for Sagittarius for your Spirit, guys? And even the Ten of Staffs, I'm even now thinking the Ten of Staffs is your energy, Sagittarius. So this is definitely connected to y'all. Your intuition is popping, and I want you to trust that. God, I'm boiling. It's like 33 degrees here in London today. And I got a candle and 3 lights. Window open, still boiling. For those who are here, thank you for being here. What's the word of advice for Sagittarius? And I'm seeing the 3 of Cups at the bottom of the deck. Oh my God, 9 of Swords. Y'all exhausted. Now, bear in mind too, with the nodes having been in Pisces and Virgo for 18 months, nearly 2 years, even though it was in Virgo, Pisces, Sagittarius and Gemini will still have a lot of, the effect will still be strong. Hi, Lydia. Thank you for being here. You still feel it, right? It would have been, you still be in the spotlight. Now the nodes have shifted into Leo and Aquarius. We still have to wrap up, right? Virgo, Pisces, Sagittarius, and Gemini. We still have some time to go, right? I think the last of those eclipses in Virgo, Pisces will be in February of 2027. So I understand the exhaustion. As a Virgo, I get it. All right. All of this change, all of this, but you're leveling up and y'all are made for this. Let's see. Give me another card for the word of advice. Give me another card for Sagittarius for Spirit, guys. Here's another one of y'all's cards, 9 of Staffs. The Devil and the 9 of Staffs. So you got 2 9s. 9 of Swords, the Devil, and the 9 of Staffs. So 9 is the number of completion. All right. It's interesting how the 9 of Staffs, you feel defensive. And this could be because whatever's happening, especially with this eclipse energy, you feel as if you're being like attacked. You feel as if you need to defend yourself. You feel defensive. It's like the Devil brings up, is like a spotlight on our toxic traits, right? Or our shadow, or things that are holding us back. It's the limiting beliefs, it's the self-sabotage, it's the things we tie ourselves to that we know aren't for our highest good, but we still like, I like it though, right? So, um, yeah, I feel like take it as a rejection is protection. Whatever is falling away, rejection is protection. It's time to level up. And I feel like a lot of y'all made the decision or are going to make the decision, because this is for the next 2 weeks, right? You all are making that decision based on your Queen of Swords. It's a new level for you. Step fully into that. Your intuition is guiding you. Pay attention to the dreams. Journal the dreams. If you are struggling with remembering your dreams, write whatever you can remember. Don't judge it. I feel a lot of this is connected to work or collaborations, friendships, relationships. The mind, you're thinking too much. When you know which path you need to go in, justice, things will balance themselves out. All right, it will get better. What's their final message? And I find like my cards are very clumpy. It's like y'all holding on. What's the message for Sagittarius? What's their, okay, that's better. What's their final message, please, Spirit Guides? What's the final okay. Ha. Can't make it up. What's the final message for Sagittarius, please, Spirit? Okay. You have an Eight of Cups and a Page of Swords. Walking away. Walking away. Expressing yourself in some way. If there's something that you need to say. And it's funny that I'm about to say this to Sagittarius. I was about to say, if there's something that you need to say, and it might be a little controversial, say it anyways, but I feel as if that's how y'all roll already. I feel like that's y'all's natural y'all's natural vibe as it is. But you might be biting your tongue on something in the next 2 weeks in August. You might be afraid to hurt somebody's feelings, to stir up the pot in some way. Give me one more card for their final message, please. Ha! Ace of Swords. Cannot make it up. Queen of Swords under your tower and the Death card. Y'all saying something. Y'all standing up. As the young people like to say, standing on business. You doing what you saying what you need to say, and everything come toppling down. But this is in order to bring some balance, right? It's like separating the wheat from the chaff. You are putting yourself in a position to know who's who in your life, who's real, what is for your highest. You're walking away in some way and speaking on it, and it's truth. It's the truth, right? Now I will say this: you can speak truth, but you can use a little bit of tact. Maybe that is the only advice I would say. Like, just use a little tact, but only if it's necessary. If you need to, as it comes out, so be it. But stand in your truth. Very powerful energy. You got the Death card here, my loves. You're moving into a new cycle. The Four of Staffs is some kind of celebration. 10 of Staffs, let go of some of that weight. You intuitively know what you need to separate from. Okay, with the 10 of Staffs. Yeah. A little bit of exhaustion you might be going through. Watch out for the shadow self. Watch out for the self-sabotage. Watch out for doubting yourself, hiding yourself. Watch out for being a little bit too defensive. Defend when you need to and be open to hearing when you need to as well. Walk away from what is no longer serving you. That's a big message here. Speak up, express yourself. Some of y'all is not only speaking, but is it social media? Is it writing? Is it creating a blog? Is it artistic expression? There's some kind of expression here that you're being called into. Stop blocking your light. All right, Sagittarius, let's get some oracle cards for you. Let's go with the angels and ancestors. What's the messages for Sagittarius for the rest of August? Actually, I might actually use all of the oracles. What's the message for Sagittarius spirit guides for the rest of August? All right, we have Earth Guardian, stay rooted and grounded. And I said that in the beginning of the message that I saw the Get Grounded card, and that is coming through. Get rooted and grounded. We have Dream and Journey, which is so interesting considering I said that you might be getting messages through dreams. You need to journal. You need to keep track because you're getting some sort of guidance, right? There's no coincidence. Don't like skip over it. Y'all are a highly spiritual sign as well. So I know I don't need to explain that to you. You have Moon, take note of intuitive messages. Thank you, spirit guys, for confirming. But top of the deck, sorry, is great teacher, learn from spiritual experiences, which is very Sagittarius. The 9th house, spiritual pursuits, that's what y'all rule. At the heart of the deck is Snake, shed old skin. And y'all have the Death card here. Moving into new energy. You have Trader, exchange energy to create abundance. An Elder, healing through the lineage. So some kind of releasing generational curses, being the black sheep, speaking up on something that you know to be true. It's time to end some kind of toxicity here with the devil. Wherever you feel drained, wherever your groups feel drained, maybe you being the devil's advocate, so to speak. You are the one to speak up on the toxicity. Let's get a trust your vibes. This was the card that I was talking about, Get Grounded, that I saw when I was shuffling for y'all. Let me get one more shuffle because I reset all of my cards yesterday. So I really need to give them a good shuffle. What's the message for Sagittarius spirit guides? Make it clearer. Vibe check. All right, so sometimes you really have to check. What do I feel? Why do I feel? Is it my energy? Is it the energy of the space? Is it the people around me? Like, check your vibe. Because sometimes it's not always you. And your energy will tell you a lot. Right? We have be grateful here at the bottom. So being grateful will bring more to be grateful for. Top of the deck, instant feedback. Your body, your vibes will tell you. I feel like this is also a message of connecting to your spiritual team and you asking for a sign. If it's yes, show me a yellow car. If it's no, show me a pink car. Something along those lines. I feel as if your spirit team will respond quickly to you. At the heart is share a breath. So I see that there could be some kind of conflict, people rubbing each other the wrong way, possibly. And share a breath is talking about doing breath work. So if there's a big conversation to be had, you and the other person or persons, you sit together and you do breath work together, breathe in together, exhale together. Do a couple rounds of that until everybody is on the same wavelength. And then you have your conversation. I see here, claim your boundaries. And I see with this 9 of staffs, claim your boundaries. And then 9 of staffs is very much that energy here. All right, claim your boundaries. And we have pray. Right? Ask and you shall receive. The power of the tongue. The power of the tongue. All right. I'm going to get let's get the animal cards. Let's keep this message going. And what do I see? Snake spirit, time to heal. So you had snake in the first oracle deck, and now we have snake spirit showing up when I cut the deck. Shed old skin was the other message for snake. And the death card, let me repeat, the death card to clarify your tower card, the first two cards. Big changes for y'all. Keep the messages flowing for Sagittarius spirit, guys. Ooh, we have koi fish spirit. There is always enough. So if you've been feeling a little bit of lack energy, lack mindset, just know things will flow. All right? Trust that. Wombat spirit, be at home. And is that being at home? Literally being at home within your body, not being pulled outside of yourself. Again, vibe check. Is it my energy or is it other people's? Is it the space that I'm in? Right? Check your energy. Do a body check. Notice the patterns. All right, be at home, wombat spirit. Top of the deck is koala spirit. Spirit has a plan. So again, with this eclipse energy, it's that chaotic energy. Eclipses come in, they move things around. The universe wants your highest good. Don't cling on to things. You're being elevated, trust that. All right, at the heart for you, my loves, is frog spirit. Clear out the clutter. And I felt that here. There's a lot of things coming up to the surface. It feels as if you are here to set the record straight and to end some kind of cycle, especially when it comes to toxic connections, situations, that kind of thing. And to look spirit, life is speeding up. And chameleon spirit, act as if. So this is very much connected to, your manifestations, not acting from the 3D and understanding that the 3D energy is delayed. And whatever we might be experiencing now is old energy, old thoughts, old ideas, whatever that you might have had, however long ago, now showing itself. So acting as if is if you are working towards something and some kind of accomplishment, you want to be a writer, all right? You want to be a successful writer. You might now be starting your process of becoming a successful writer. Acting as if is what would a successful writer do? Probably write every day, put themselves in positions to be inspired so their creative juices flow. Letting people see their works, is acting as if you are already in that place, and the universe will catch up. The 3D will catch up. All right, my loves, let's round up your message for August with the moon card. For those who are here, thank you for being here. I appreciate the likes. I appreciate your energy. What's the message for Sagittarius spirit guides? All right. Oops. The energy is gaining momentum. Okay, waxing moon. Yep. New moon energy. We just had a new moon yesterday. So waxing will be in 2 weeks leading up to the full moon. So something could be, and we saw life is speeding up. So the next 2 weeks, if things have been feeling quite sluggish lately, things could start to speed up. You could start to see some changes coming in. Remember, your first two cards, death, the tower and the death card. The tower clarified by the death card. All right, some big changes, but I feel as if you were the one that called it in. Queen of Swords. If this is not you, this could be an air sign in your life, but I feel as if it's you drawing a line under things. Bottom of the deck is step out of your comfort zone, North Node. All right. Top of the deck, a time for healing, Balsamic Moon. And at the heart for all of this is a new romantic cycle begins. Ooh, Sagittarius. Ooh. That's cute. Hi, Miss V. Hello. We have the answers you need are coming. Full moon in Gemini. So the sign opposite you, Sagittarius. And a fiery climax approaches full moon in Aries. All right, so the death card, the tower card. Um, the energy is gaining momentum. Yeah. The next 2 weeks is interesting, but your word of advice, walk away from what no longer serves. Speak your truth. Live in your truth. Ace of Swords. Some kind of truth coming up. You might be the truth bearer here. You might be bringing the truth to whoever needs it. You're not holding back yourself anymore. Yeah, interesting month. Sagittarius, that is your message for the rest of August. I hope these messages serve you well. Thanks for being here. Thanks for watching. Drop a comment, subscribe if you're new to my channel. If you are returning, thank you for coming back. The next live, I'm going to be going live again in a couple minutes, and that will be Capricorn. So if you have any Capricorn placements, stay tuned. I'll be back. All right, so today we're doing Capricorn, Aquarius, and Pisces as well. If you have those placements, watch out for the rest of my lives. See y'all later. Bye.